not too often I see anyone coming in here saying prayers before getting interviewed, but a 3-1 win tonight, you chipping in amongst the goals, getting on to Keane Halpin's through ball. How do you sum it up?
Oh, it's all about getting the win. We're competing up to second now in the league. We've joined second with three other clubs, and to score a goal is great, but it's great to get a win with the lads.
So after a little bit of a rocky spell, but 2 wins on the bounce, after that big win last Saturday night here against Swinford and tonight, and it'll certainly help you to kick on into the second half of the season, get more points and give the top side a challenge in the table.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, we're not in this league just to be, making up the numbers. We're trying to compete. We've got a great squad now. We've got a few lads, young lads coming up. Keane Halpin's there today, the 2 Fionns. Sean Prenti was playing, Jasper's coming down from the 18. Like, building a great squad, and other lads are coming in as well. So we're really looking to push on the second half of the season.
And of course, you're missing a few players tonight. Not to speak, Joe Sweet wasn't there. John Smith was on the bench, and that's 2 to name off straight off, but there's a few more guys out injured and different other reasons. Colin McDonough, who scored that wonder goal last Saturday evening. Yeah,
it's that time of the year, holidays, people sick, people injured, and we're just lucky to have such a great squad and good management team that is pushing us on and has put us together well.
So there's no game until a week and a half, I think, so I'm sure you'll be parking this one to bed and you'll be looking forward to the next game and keep the one going.
Yeah, just get everyone back, the bodies fit again, look to push on, look to get another win against Ballyglass in a few weeks.
Thank you very much. 3 points tonight against Killala, 3-1 win. How do you sum it up?
Yeah, Kenny, we were short a good few bodies tonight, and I think at this stage of the season that we're at, we're probably in a position that we probably didn't think we'd be in. We've obviously lost a good few players, and we've a lot of injuries at the moment, a lot of fellas away. So we brought a few lads up from the C team tonight, and they really added to the group. I think in terms of the performance, I think it was very justified. 3-1, we probably could have been a few goals better. I know Mihal had 1 or 2 saves to make as well, but we created a lot of chances and we probably didn't put them away like we should have. But I think 3-1 was probably fair. I think in terms of possession and I suppose dominating the game, we had most of the ball, especially in the first half. I thought we owned the ball during that period. We spoke at half time. We spoke just about our final ball. It was lacking a little bit of composure. So our build up was nice and composed, and we were getting into that final third where you have to inject a little bit of pace into it at that point, but you still need to keep the composure. I think we were lacking that just in that first half. So I thought in the second half we had the same kind of injection of pace in the final third, but our touch was better and our composure was better, and I suppose it showed. Then we created a few better chances, and we put them away,
And of course, when you mentioned about the final ball, it's critical really when you're getting into great positions in attack. You need that finesse about it, and the quality and the execution and the runs to get onto it. And watching the game, I thought to myself, we needed that bit of spark in the final third a lot of the game.
Yeah, exactly, Kenny. I suppose as you said, there's a few components to playing the final third. Obviously you have, you have the passing sequences and you have combinations to get right, but I thought at times we were getting into wide areas and the ball in was either being hit too long or it's been kind of drilled towards the goalkeeper. And we always speak to the lads about once we get to that kind of in line that we're looking to pull the ball back, we're pulling it away from the goalkeeper, we're pulling it away from the defenders that are running back towards their own goal, and we just weren't getting the bodies forward from midfield to finish off those chances. So one problem was, I suppose, the ball in, but there was also a problem where we weren't getting bodies into the box to support our centre forward. So I just thought that was a little bit better in the second half. The ball in from wide areas was better. and we were getting bodies into the box, and that both of those have to happen for the goals to come.
When you look at the goals tonight, Port Folan, that came straight away from Killala switching off after going 1-0 up. Took great advantage, he finished the move off. Then the second goal, it was a delightful ball from Keane Halpin too, playing Conor Calfee, and it was a nice composed finish.
Yeah, and I tell you, the second goal from Keane Halpin came from, I think it was their goalkeeper played the ball out, and Keane Halpin chased it down, chased their centre back down, and between him and Fiona Ruan, or Fiona Hora, I don't know which of the two of them it was, but we won it back, and we transitioned quick, and we got the ball into Conor Calvey to finish. So there was great desire shown to win back the ball. And in terms of the first goal, I think 12 or 13 months ago when we came into this group here, if that kind of goal went in, it was hard to know where the game would have ended up. But today, the boys conceded after probably dominating before that. They took it on the chin and went up the pitch and equalised straight away. So there's a lot of characters in that group. There's a lot of good footballers. There's a lot of experience, and I think those lads are really bringing on the younger lads hugely. There's a very talented group there.
And then at the end, you'd a case of was it a penalty or wasn't a penalty. The first incident was more of a penalty than the second one, and it was given the second time around. Was it a case of making up for not giving the first one, but it was put away nonchalantly by Mark?
It was, yeah, Mark. It doesn't matter what stage Mark comes into a game, he's always likely to get a chance, and he's always likely to put it away. But I think the first chance, I think in fairness to Tom, the referee, I think he did the right thing. We had an advantage. I think it fell to Keane Halpin. Obviously the first call was the penalty, but an advantage did break to us, and it was probably the right call to allow us have that advantage, and we didn't put it away. So I think the second one was a penalty as well. It was unfortunate for Killala that it came straight after the first one, but I think it was a penalty as well. So no better man than Mark to step up and put it away.
And Darren was, if it was a full international fixture or an important top 5 European league or a major league, that first incident would have been called check back by VAR, right, and they would have awarded the first penalty.
We have a good streaming service here in United Park, but we don't have VAR just yet, so hopefully the committee will work on bringing that in at some stage.
And of course, talking about Emil Gibbon saves, the pick of his saves really was near the end of the first half, the one that he tipped over his left hand over the crossbar.
Yeah, that was an important moment for us, because again, they scored, I thought, against the run of play initially, and it was 1-1 then obviously for a lot of that first half, and they could have scored again, and again it would have been against the run of play. So we were grateful that Micheál got his hand to that. It was a top class save, but Micheál or Danny, we're blessed to have them two lads. They're two of the finest goalkeepers in Mayo. They're right up there in the top 2 or 3 goalkeepers in the county, and we're blessed to have the two of them, which is great.
Now you're going to have a bit of a break for about a week and a half before you face Ballyglass away. So you'll be parking tonight, obviously, into joint second place on 19 points. And I know you drew with Ballyglass here early on in the season, so you'll be looking to go and better up there.
Yeah, it was probably our most disappointing performance of the season so far in terms of how we played. That night we were very flat. I think it ended up 1-1, but I think it was the first game of the season as well, or maybe the second. It was the first game of the season for us, because the first one was cancelled. But we didn't play well that night, and we were disappointed just to get the draw. But again, look, it's the time of the year where every weekend now we're minus a lot of players, as are all the teams around Mayo, with holidays and I suppose sickness and lads wanting to get away and enjoy life. So it'll be a struggle that weekend as well to put numbers together. But the squad is fairly deep, and it needs to be at the moment, because we're being asked to I suppose play a lot with a lot of fellas missing. So we're just grateful we have a big squad, and tonight, as I said, the C team lads came in and they gave us a lot of impetus, and they're good footballers. You know, they're smart young lads. They came up through the ranks here in Westport United, and they know how to play a ball, so they can step up from C to B or from B to A, no problem at all. So I think those lads did really well tonight.
Thank you very much.
No problem, Kenny.